Hey guys, it's Douglas here from Douglas Vlogs, and obviously this doesn't look like a normal vlog. And this really isn't what I planned for today either. Partly because of the storms that rolled through, so you can tell I'm wearing my hat and rain jacket because I was just outside getting the generator because we have been out of power for, I don't know, like 2 hours. There's flooding outside. Kinda did a video like this last year, so let's go back outside and see how it is. Well, we have electricity for a couple minutes, so my dad can get some of his work done. Here's the view from the front of my house. If you look down there, I won't go down there, but that's about 2 acres probably of lawn and the creek, which does run through our yard, but it's all completely underwater. So the storms moved in around 6:30 a.m. this morning, and now it's just after 8, and it poured for about 15 minutes. So this usually, I just mowed this yesterday. This is not supposed to be underwater. We have this little bridge here so that the little water comes through here, but it's pretty deep actually. Okay, now we're east of the shed. This is pretty deep. We have ditches that run all the way under this driveway. If you can't tell, this is the driveway that we don't use very often, but there's a bunch of ditches and pipes, and obviously they're working pretty well because this whole chicken pen is underwater all the way up to the road, which is probably 300 yards. So I'm approaching the playset here. I noticed this toy, which we usually have over there, is here with a bunch of the, well, there's a lot of washed out stuff because, oh boy, this whole garden, all this where you see these flags, this was all planted rows, all the way down to those trees you see down at the end. This is, I think this one, it might be as bad as the flood last year. Now it's a bad one. Last summer. I'll have to go look, but this is a pretty good vantage point. You can see all this. You see that yellow flag? That was part of the garden. Down that way. Those plants you can see are still sticking out. But this water's flowing. So the only part of our garden that's not under is this one, and I just saw something across the creek. Now I can't get too much closer, the water gets really deep, but where that grass is, that's usually just muddy. I don't even think I've ever seen a flood this big during the winter melt-off, which is the biggest of the year. But I could tell also that my tree house, there's water under it. I've never seen it actually reach that. I told myself the day that the water reached the base of the tree house was the biggest flood. Well, this is flash flooding at its finest. Or worst. Yeah, you get it. I am now straight east of the house. You see the weather station down there, and my boots are almost to the top here. But the weather station down there is up to the top of it, which that's almost a 3-foot reel, like, from the ground, so it's at least 3 feet of water there. Probably about 6 feet down in the bottom. Which is crazy because I just mowed this whole area yesterday. Look at that. If I use my quote from last year, that is a lot of water. So I know today's vlog wasn't his vlog, but if you're watching this, that means that I, at some point, got enough electricity to upload this, and that's why it's probably not edited very well. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna have to spend the rest of the day cleaning up from this mess. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be doing a SimCity live stream at some point. Just watch my Twitter, Google+. You'll see it then. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later on Monday.